Right, so I kind of got distracted. Different things are happening. Family calling me up about this and that. So I'm just gonna kind of shorten this up a bit. But the thing of it is that so what's really happening with this gift is that God is kind of inviting you over to His house, so so you can get to know God, and not through books and stuff like that. But I mean the actual real God and the experience of having those interactions, how God works. Um, you know, and it's quite a journey. It's a lot of fun. God is marvelous, and but He's not one to put Himself forward, so it's very subtle, and you have to kind of hold yourself. You have to kind of remember, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that happened. Wow, that was amazing. But the Almighty's behind it, and He's behind every. Well, anyway. So this gift is a chance for you, and then the other thing I just want to say is the way the gift works is that you spend half an hour twice a week just kind of letting go and waiting until you're moved from within. And so being moved from within is something that God does. So really God is cleaning you up, getting rid of all the junk that's in your system, which you don't realize, but there's a lot of it in your feelings. It's all connected with all the years and all the experiences that you've had. Your brain is full of all kinds of ideas and things. It all needs to be cleared out so you can have like a fresh start and a new good point of view, which I can bear witness. Yeah, that's what happened. And so, and then certain inner, um, uh, inner things that you have. Can't think of the word, but inner uh, qualities or inner instruments that you have to be. Are they not working anymore? They're shut down. Um, Things have gotten, you know, the basement's flooded. There's garbage in the bedroom. There's all kind of stuff you're not particularly aware of, or you've gotten inured to or used to. You just think that's reality. So all these things, the Almighty works on you half an hour twice a week. And the neat thing about it is that you don't have to be concerned about it. Your job when you accept this gift and let God work on you is kind of like with a master mechanic. You don't keep asking him, so what does this mean? What does this mean? You let him work. Because you want to get the work done. That's the main thing. The understanding comes later. You do start having more and more understanding. And also, there are other things that happen. Your heart gets purified. It gets cleaned up. It completely is different. It changes in how you feel in your chest, and your mind goes to the right place. It gets out of your head. It goes kind of like underneath the table or something. You can use the computer. You can use the mouse to bring it right up if you need it, but it's not running the show. And there's lots of wonderful things in terms of just being on a day-to-day basis and navigating through this life that are just wonderful things to have. Um, your nerves can get calmed down over time. But mainly in the gift, you do things, you move around, you're made to move, you're made to shout, you're made to sing, you're made to have movements on your arms and legs and your neck and everything. Um, and you won't necessarily understand, and most likely won't understand what those movements are all about, but you don't need to. You don't. When you go in there and you let the mechanic, the master mechanic, that's the Almighty, work on you, you just let him work, and you just accept it. You see what are the results. I mean, like, do you come out of that session with the Almighty, you feel all beat up and abused, and you don't feel good, you don't want to go back? That doesn't happen. Usually what happens is when we meet in groups, this is, we're about 1 million people that accepted this gift on the earth, a very small percentage. But when you get done, you feel good. Feel pretty happy, and and life is a lively affair. And then in your daily life, it starts to kind of come in. You start understanding things that you didn't understand before about what's going on around you. It's not some big mystical thing. Now I see very clearly and all kind of odd things that mystics sometimes get involved. You remain an ordinary person, and just like me. Did I seem like an odd duck? I'm just an ordinary guy talking to you, right? Well, that's how it goes. You become more yourself, which is what you want. You want to be more you, more who you are, and not somebody else. It's all great. It's all good. And it's just things though that nobody can tell you about. You have to. It's an experience that you have. You have to have the experience yourself. In order to do that, you have to accept a gift. I'm just saying, yeah, you should accept it. That's my idea. You should accept that gift, take it, and accept the offer of the Almighty to make you better and help you out and get you going and get you up and running, so to speak, as a human, as a noble human being. You might think, well, noble, yeah. You might have almost forgotten that word. The way things are in the world today, it's not the noble person, it's the clever person these days. A lot of the time, who's the smartest, can make the most money, and stuff like that. Material things, but not so much. The focus isn't on nobility as a priority, but you'll see. I'm not going to tell you about it too much. It's been a great journey for me, and I hope you take it up too. And if you are interested in taking it up, you can get in touch with me. You can go to a group called Subu, and they'll give you that contact. But if you do go to that group, because people do different things with gifts that God gives them, so sometimes they get a little funny and they get kind of spiritual on you, or one thing and another. They're not all able to. Some are. Anyway, if you go down in that group, just remember one thing: that your aim is to get the gift. It doesn't matter the people around you so much of getting all involved with them and what they're doing, what they're not doing, and how things go. It takes a few months to get them to usually hand it over. You have to go once a week and kind of probation, or be outside and be calm and quiet while they're having their exercise. I think originally the idea of that was to make sure that you were sincere and you weren't just shopping around, weren't really going to buy anything. But for whatever reason, just go down there, go through whatever it is, and get your gift, and then once you have the gift, it's good to have support from other people who are experiencing similar things. There's no doctrine, there's no belief system, there's no book. It's just the experience that you have, and once you have it, and you have it and understand it pretty well in a couple of years, or whatever you want to do. I mean, you're free to do what you want, so you can do the exercise by yourself. You can just let go for half an hour and follow what you're moved to do. Just do that wholeheartedly and pay attention, and you'll have a great result. Okay. And you're welcome to get in contact with me.